Good morning and welcome. My name is Celeste and this is my YouTube channel, Celeste Creates, and I am back for another FlossTube today, finally. Today is FlossTube number 82 and I'm filming this on Friday, January 31st, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today is going to be a short-ish cross-stitch update, and I hope you will see some things that you love if you are new here, and consider subscribing and returning again and again for awesome cross-stitch content, or at least that's what I hope it is. I think it's awesome cross-stitch content because it's mine and I like it. If you are a returning subscriber, I am so glad that you are back with me here. I love reading all your comments. I love interacting with you both on Instagram and through email and comments. It's just great. So thankful for this community. So thankful for the amazing, beautiful friends that I have made through this hobby. So hopefully my light is okay. I think I still like this view of my background when I do my FlossTube. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I'm doing it this way because I actually turned the whole table at some point during the holidays, whenever that was. So, like I said, it's FlossTube number 82, which is hard to believe. It has been 24 days since I filmed my last one. So it's funny because you can kind of look on your channel, if you have a channel, and you can see, oh, you know, in the last however many days, you know, your video has gotten this much traffic or this many comments or whatever. It's like, oh, 24 days. It's been a while, but it's just been busy. January 6th was the last time I did a regular FlossTube, and I mean, after that, you would think things would slow down. You know, the holidays are over, moving into January, but it's just been full and fun. We'll go with that. So that was February 6th. All of my kids were still home at that point from college, and everybody was off of school, and so nobody left until either the 11th or the 12th. So yeah, I think everybody left 11th or 12th of January. So even after I filmed that FlossTube, I had another full week with the kids, and that was super fun, and just doing all the things and really enjoying that time off, and watching movies and spending time together and eating more good food. And then we started back to school after that, and then we had so that kind of, you know, that gets you busy, and you got things going on, and then we got back, we got snow. We got a lot of snow. So I will include some pictures at the end of this video so that you can see the crazy snowfall we had here in Houston. And actually, I think probably, I don't know about the north side of town, but I know, like, my son is 2 hours to the northwest in College Station, and we got more snow here in the southeast part of Houston than they got up there. So it's just the way, I don't know, the snow moved through, whatever it was, but we had a good 4 inches of snow, and it just came down and it stayed for a long time. It was just crazy and so much fun. I don't know if I could do snow all the time. I could maybe do snow a little more often, but I don't know if I could do it all the time. But boy, I mean, it's such a treat when it has happened, and this was probably the best snowfall I ever remember, and I've lived here 49 and a half years. So that was just so cool, and I'm sure if it snowed all the time I would get used to it, but being that it doesn't, I think I'm still just like a little kid when it comes to snow. So it was really fun. I had a great time. It was amazing because it happened on a Tuesday, and it was amazing. Like, by that Friday morning there was still some little spots where the snow hadn't melted, so it was just crazy and so much fun. We all enjoyed it so much. And then just kind of took us a little bit to recover from that, and then doing school and My oldest son was back home last weekend for a little visit and to see his a girlfriend, and so that was fun, and it's just been great. So I know I promised a whip parade, and I will not go back on my promise. It's just not going to happen yet. I know everybody's been doing theirs as the new year starts and in January, but I just have not been able to sit down and get it done. And when you have 30 something whips, it's an undertaking, just because it takes a while to get through that many whips and do them justice. And I don't want to just like flash them by and not talk about them. And so I will be doing a whip parade, and it will not be this next week. It probably will be the week after that. So somewhere in that week of February 10th, is it? Something like that. I will film a whip parade, unless somehow I get to it next week. We'll see. So no promises, but it is coming, and everybody's been loving watching the whip parades. I love watching them. So hey, you'll get a little bonus because mine will come in February instead of January, and you'll get to enjoy another whip parade. So with that, I have done a lot of stitching. I don't think I've sewn or quilted since the beginning of the year yet. I keep meaning to, and I just haven't gotten there. I do have some plans and some things I want to do, but it's just been really busy, and there have been some things stitching wise that I want to finish, so that's kind of been my focus. But I do have some plans for that, to be doing something, especially like if you see that right there, there's a little Civil War quilt book right here. I'm getting good at the finger pointing today. And then this little, the creams and the pinks and the browns, that's going to make a small mini quilt, and I'd like to get that done by Valentine's Day, but maybe not. But I do have plans to make that. What else? I've been crocheting just a bit. It's something I can do when I want to like really pay attention to a show, or when I go visit my dad, I'll take it with me. So other than that, it's all been cross stitch and other stuff. And so let's get started. All right. Oh, I forgot to finish. Hold on. Okay, I got it. As I was opening my drawer that has all my finished objects in it, the ones that I haven't FFO'd yet, I was noticing that I've got some FFOing to do. When I first started stitching, it was like if I finished it, I like framed it or finished it right away, and I'm not sure what's happened to me. But like I saw in there my little my animal crackers, and I need to get those done, but they'll be really cute out for spring, so it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, so I had several finishes and a start. Yeah. So I think I talked a little bit last time that one of the things that I'd like to do this year is work on, I mean, I'm not really worried about my whip count at all, but I would like to get it down. It would be really cool if I could get below 30, and I definitely think I can do that. Now, whether I could get to 25, I don't know. We'll see. And part of the reason is that most of my whips are large. So, I like large samplers, and so then it just, with so many large projects, it's harder to get finishes on those whips. But with that said, I'm really going to try and work on, like, from my oldest whip and keep working forward and see. And there might be, you know, like I said, none of these are for sure plans, because something comes along and I might want to do that instead. I just don't know. But that's kind of the general idea. I don't have any plans to start anything big anytime soon, but that could change, especially if I get some whips done. Then I'll feel more like I could start something else large. But I may do some smalls, and that's fun. But I really want to work on my whips. I want to give them attention and time and love this year, and so that's kind of the loose plan, if you want to call it that. But like I think Carol Saltbox Stitcher says, you know, the worst thing for me to do probably is to give myself a plan, then I'm not going to follow it. And so who knows what I'll do. I may stick to that, I may abandon it and do something else. So we will see. And that's part of the fun here, because you get to see the journey that I am on and the crazy decisions I make. So hey, it's all fun. All right, so the first thing I finished was a long time project that I started last year. And I started this with my friends, Saturday Stitchers, Wanda, Merritt from Sew Just Because, Buzz, I think I got that right, Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, my friend Chrissy, and April _heirlooms, my friend April. I think we all started a Biscornu last year, and we were supposed to have it done, and like, done. And some of us, it took a really long time to get it done because she got sidetracked and wanted to do other things. But we are supposed to finish it this next month in February, FFO it. And so I was able to get it done. And once I just sat down and put my mind to it, it's not like it was hard. I just was letting other things get in the way. So this Biscornu is, I got this chart on Etsy. I will link the shop below. I want to say it's called Atelier Pins and Needles. She's got a bunch of beautiful Biscornus in her shop, and they're not very expensive to get the charts. And so I picked one. Gosh darn it, I forget what it's called. I put it on my Instagram, but it's like Ladies Home Magazine Biscornu or something like that. Anyway, that's the one I chose, and I'll put a link to that as well below. And then I just changed the colors up a little bit, and because I wanted more pinks with the blues and greens than oranges or orangey corally colors, so I changed them up. If anybody is interested in my color changes, I can get those to you. Just email me and I will let you know. But I did finally finish, and I can't remember what this fabric is either. I know it is a piece of Tropical Stitches. I just can't remember. Okay, so it's done. So this is the front. Oh, I am gonna need my little board. That's sunlight coming in. Okay. We'll make it like that. Okay, so there's the front of the Biscornu. Let me see if I can put this over here so you don't get to see so much of. That is the front. Isn't that lovely? I just love that design. So pretty. So I don't remember the exact colors in the original chart, but I just kind of converted it to make it really pretty blues. I think that's the front. Maybe that's the back. I have no idea. No, this is the back, I think. Anyway, so pretty. And then here's the front. I believe this is a 36 count. And yeah, that's the front. So I'm really excited to get it done and made. I hope it's easy. I'm sure it won't be too bad, but I will really enjoy having this sitting out. Biscornus just have such a unique look to them, and I just think it'll look really cool sitting out somewhere and just beautiful. So that was a finish that I had, and we will be FFOing that this next month. So I'm excited to get that done. It's just like a cutting mat. It looks good. It's very sturdy. Okay. So that is a finish. How shall I do this? Okay. This is another finish, which I actually just finished last night. So I'm really excited. So some of us started this chart. I don't have a color one. It's called Though He Seemeth Sleeping from Lucy Beam Love and Stitches. Her name is Rebecca Noland. And many people have done this gorgeous chart. I know that's a terrible picture, but you're going to see the completed one here in just a minute. I started this with my friend April and some other friends. I can't remember who all, and we kind of had it as some assignment stitching, and I did assignment stitching for a while, and then I think in November I got ahead on my assignment because I was just really enjoying it, and the assignments weren't that huge. And then April finished hers recently, so if you go to her Instagram, April_heirlooms, you can see the photos of hers. It's gorgeous. And I finished mine last night, and I'm just so thrilled with how it came out. And let me turn around and get a couple of clips. Okay. So I can get this on the... Okay, so I'm thrilled with how this turned out. The linen is gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. This chart, she gave you options of colorways. So she had like a DMC colorway. She had a Gentle Art. She had a Classic Colorworks, and she had a Weeks colorway. Maybe one other, I don't remember. Or you could create your own. And so what I did was I went through all my flosses and picked out what I had from all the different ones, and I didn't have to buy anything for this, and so that was really cool. So I think I had 2 DMCs, and then the rest were a combination of all the 3 overdyes between Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks and Weeks. And so mine's just this crazy combination. If you want to know which ones I chose, I can tell you. So the only thing I did differently is it called for a white, and I didn't want to do the white. It was just kind of boring, so I chose a different one, which I think was Gentle Arts Adobe. Anyway, here's my finish. This is on 36 count Honey Beach Sand by Tropical Stitches, my friend Laura. It's just gorgeous. Look at that linen. Guys, if you have not bought linen from Laura at Tropical Stitches, you need to go to her website and order some, because her linen is so beautifully dyed. So wonderful to work on. It is absolutely beautiful linen. Let me get just a little bit closer. I just love the colors. I love the verse. I love the whole thing. I love that border. It's really beautiful. So I'm really excited to look for a frame for this and get this on the wall. It was just a real joy to stitch, and that linen is looking really true to color here. It looks better in the video here than it actually looks in the picture that I'll put on Instagram, but this is really, really pretty. So pretty. Honey Beach Sand. So I don't know how often she'll have colors of certain ones, but anyway, all her linens are beautiful. The Biscornu, that was a Tropical Stitches linen. I just can't remember which one. So anyway, there's my finish. So beautiful. So that I just finished last night. I'm super excited. I'm going out of town this afternoon for just the weekend for a like a girls' weekend with, I think I've said before, my 3rd child, my 2nd son. So number 3 child. He is going to Texas A&M in College Station. He's in the Corps of Cadets. And so his buddy class, which is the group of guys that he came in with in his outfit, which is like 21 of them, I think. They haven't lost any. So they're all sophomores right now. And so this is the group of moms, his buddy class. So there's freshmen and juniors and seniors as well in his outfit called L1, but this is called his buddy class, and it's the group that he came in with. So now they're sophomores together. So it's that group of moms who are all just awesome moms, and we're getting together this weekend in Brenham for a girls' weekend. I'm leaving my boys and my husband home. If you don't know what Brenham is, here in Texas, it's the home of the illustrious Bluebell ice cream, and if you don't know Bluebell ice cream, then I just feel sorry for you. It's the best, so I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going there, but I thought, oh, I can finish this before the weekend. I don't think I'll take stitching with me. It's just a little too hard for me to, I don't know what the lighting situation would be like, so I'm going to just take my shawl to crochet and then probably some English paper piecing, and if I have time and some downtime or some conversation time, I can do that. I like to have something to do with my hands. So anyway, I got this finished last night, and I'm super excited about that. All right, another finish and an FFO. So on January 10th, my friend Renee, Prairie Stitcher 515, and I started a chart together. So we were, you know, just chatting, and we have such a good time chatting, and love her. And so then we're both Catholic. We share our faith, and so I was like, you know, have you ever wanted to just stitch like a Mary from one of the Refleta swatch charts? Meaning, I have this one called Aileen Le Bouteille. It looks like Le Bout Taler, but I know it's not. So we're gonna call her Aileen, 1903. So there's this one that has Mary, and I love the whole sampler. It's beautiful. But then I've also always had this one. Sorry, I don't have a color. This is Eau Marie. Both of them are by Refleta Soie. If you look closely, it's pretty much the same Mary, which I think is cool. So what's the story there as far as creating these samplers? I don't know. I just think it's really neat. The colors chosen for this Mary are slightly different than this one. So anyway, I texted or messaged Renee and said, do you ever want to just stitch a Mary? And she's like, oh my goodness, I was just looking at that yesterday. I can't believe you asked me. God thing, right? So we decided on a day to start it. She got the chart she wanted, and we both kind of done, you know, our own version. I haven't seen a picture of hers in a while, but I know she's still working on hers. So we started this on January 10th and have been working on it together. And a little bit of background here. So like I said, this one has some darker blues for Mary, and I really liked the color choices in this Mary. And so I did this color, these color choices for Mary. And then I had picked out a frame already at Hobby Lobby that had a mirror in it, and I knew that's pretty much what I wanted to put Mary in. So the rest of what I stitched came from the other chart and was kind of just, I don't know, I just kind of threw it on there as I was going until I was happy with the finish. So all the stuff around Mary came from Eau Marie, but I still used the colors on my floss ring from this. Clear as mud, right? So Mary's from here with these colors and all these colors. I had all the colors on my floss ring because I wasn't sure what I was going to use. So I had all the DMCs. And then anything else I did motif-wise came from Eau Marie, but I still used the colors that I had for Aileen. So I stitched her, I finished her on the 29th, and I FFO'd her that day, since I already had the frame. I do love this frame. It was a little bit of a bear to get her straight in here. On the whole, she looks really good. But I may change it someday. So what I did is, as I was doing it, I left a lot of linen. So I didn't trim around her. I just left a lot of linen here extra because I started her in the middle of this piece of linen. So I left this extra knowing that if I want to change it and put her in a different frame someday, I can. And it's super easy to just clip my my lacing and take her out, and I've got plenty of linen to work with. So that's why I left a lot. But she's done, and I am very happy with her, and she is on my wall exactly where I wanted her. And so I'm thrilled. If I decide to change her frame someday, I will. So here she is. Isn't she lovely? I'm so thrilled with how she turned out. She is beautiful. This frame had a mirror in it at Hobby Lobby. It's real cheap. It's press board. Like you can see, there's her eyes. So neither of the charts did Renee and I really like Mary's eyes and mouth. They looked a little garish or cartoonish. There was something about it that just wasn't working, and I know that was original to the chart, but it just looked funny. So Renee and I had quite a few laughs about that. One day I like had to call her out of the blue because I was laughing so hard. So here's the story. I decided I wasn't going to do the full stitches like was in the chart. So I put these little, it's like a back stitch and then a half of a angled back stitch to make her eyes. And I had those in place, but I still hadn't decided what I was going to do for a mouth, because each of the charts has a mouth, and this mouth may be like a whole stitch. And so I hadn't decided. So I already had the eyes in for a little while, and I'd been pondering it. So here's a picture, I'll insert it here, of Mary with just her eyes. This is the redone eyes because I moved them. So here's a picture of Mary with her original eyes. So, okay, not too bad. My son's girlfriend convinced me that they were a little too far apart, so she helped me and we got the eyes placed a little better. She's very talented. And so I was stitching, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna add a mouth. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the mouth. If I don't like it, I can take it out. So I'm sitting over here in my, no, I was downstairs. I was sitting downstairs in my stitching chair stitching. My youngest was playing a video game on the TV, and I put the mouth in and I died laughing, and he had to come run over and see what I was laughing about, and it was funny. And I had to call Renee, and we laughed so hard because I had to show her what I did. So here was the picture that made me laugh so hard of Mary with her eyes and her mouth. Here you go. I don't know, there's just something about it. I laughed so hard. It took me a long time to not laugh. And anyway, so I decided no on the mouth, period. So Mary has no mouth. We're gonna go, minimalist here. So I'm happy with her eyes now. So that's a long story, but I laughed so hard. It's bad when your son comes running over like, what's so funny? Anyway, so the Eau Marie is from the Eau Marie chart, and I had to rework that. It's in the chart, it's just not directly over her. These little crosses are in the Eau Marie chart, and then around her in Eau Marie there's a bunch of flowers, and so these are from nearby, these are from somewhere, these little flowers. So I just kind of sprinkled, and I did the little banner, and I added some little starry looking things here, and then there were stars some places in the Eau Marie chart. So Mary is completely from Aileen, and then the rest is Eau Marie, but she's done, and I love how she turned out. Yay, I'm so excited. All right, so if you have any questions about what I did, how I did it, or why I decided to do the mouth, I'm just kidding, let me know and I can try and answer your questions. So I did do a lot of moving around and mixing things up and things like that. So, okay, those are all my finishes, and that was just during this month. I'm really proud of myself. Okay, what else have I worked on? A little bit. Let's see what we got over here. Okay. This is another whip that I pulled out and decided to put up here to stitch on when I'm up here. Because I'd like to get this done. I had thoughts of abandoning it, but I thought, no, if I just do it, I will enjoy having it frame. So this is called Strawberry Harvest from Cottage Garden Samplings, and it really is pretty. Love the pink bird and the strawberry and all the things. So I am gonna finish this. So I'm working on this one up here. When I stitch up here, sorry, there's a needle and floss because I set it down. The colors are really pretty. This is I'm thinking this is 36 count. 36 count. Why can't I think of it? Straw. this is 36 count week straw with all the called for colors. And there's my progress. So it's really pretty, and it won't take very long to get all that done. So hopefully during February, this will be a finish, as well as I work on it upstairs when, you know, a lot of times when Braden's sitting doing school, I'll be stitching. And so this is a good one for me to work on. And actually, if I get this one done, I may not have any other small whips. Well, I have a few, but most of them are big. So I would love to get this done. And it really is such a pretty chart. So I'm not quitting that one. I'm gonna keep working. I do love it. Here's the flosses. There really aren't many. I don't know if this is all the DMCs. I might be missing a couple, which is entirely possible. It has 2 overdyes. It has Antique Rose and Faded Rose, both by Gentle Arts. I think I am missing a couple DMCs, but here's some DMCs. I'm not sure which ones. Anyway, so that's something I will continue working on up here and hopefully go for a finish. That'll be really pretty to have out in the spring. Well, I'll probably have it out all the time, but I really like that one. Okay, what else have I worked on? One more thing. No, 2 more things. No, one more thing. I said this is going to be short, and then I look at the time and I'm like, oh, it's not short. Okay, the other thing I worked on some after I saw you was some more Louisa Barney, which I started on New Year's Day, and I'm so thrilled that I did. I hemmed and hawed about whether I wanted to do this one. I'd contemplated just doing this right here and making a drum out of it because I do love the border. It's so beautiful. But I'm going to do the whole thing. So, and it's going, I want to say it's going quickly, but it is such a joy to stitch. I might throw all my plans out the door and just work on this one. I don't know. I feel like over time I'm getting more, I wouldn't say monogamous, but I'm getting more to the point where I want to spend longer on a project. I'm just enjoying, if I'm really enjoying it, then I just want to keep going. And I feel like when I picked cross stitch back up in 2019, early 2020, I didn't feel that way. It was maybe because it was also new and I was bouncing around and everybody had lots of whips and was starting all the things and I was new to it. But I find that I really want to sit with a piece longer these days. So, you know, I may not sit with Louisa and go for a finish this month or anything, but I could really see myself spending a good bit more time on her because I love working on her. I have all these DMCs here, the millions and millions of DMCs that are gorgeous. Every one of them, so pretty. Of course I showed you the chart, and if I recall, this is 36 count antique white, just like our antique white 36 count that I overdyed with tea and coffee myself, and I love how it turned out. It's a beautiful dark brown with modeling, and that's the wrong side. This one I don't have to put on my board because the linen, oh my gosh. I pull it out and I just want to die. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm okay now. I'm good. I'm calm. So in love. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Is that not just beautiful? I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine, but it just makes my heart pitter-patter when I see this. It is so gorgeous, and it is so much fun to work on. So I think I like the puzzle of the confetti stitching, actually. I guess I could get tired of it if I didn't love it, if I didn't love what I was working on. Like I wouldn't enjoy a Mirabilia or anything like that. I just wouldn't, I don't think. But remember, I never say never anymore. But boy, I enjoy this, and I think it's that hunt for the next little, you know, where am I going next? Where else do I have to fill in? So it's a little bit of a puzzle. Maybe I like that. But it's gorgeous. I could sit here and look at it all day. So this could be a really long video because we could just sit here looking at it. How about that? So I will be pulling this back out in February because it's just so gorgeous. Okay. Oh. Hard to move on after that. Okie dokie. Aren't we silly about our stitching? We're so funny. All right. So here, I guess we'll call these plans next. I made this bag. I don't know what I was doing when I made this bag. Did I show this to y'all? It's adorable, but it's really tall and skinny. I don't know what I was thinking as I was constructing this bag. I made so many of these, and how I ended up making it this tall and not wide enough, not real sure. Okay, so probably when I get back next week, I think I'll do this. It's so cute. Look at the fabric inside. Look at those strawberries. Isn't that cute? Okay, when I get back from out of town, I think my plan is to pick up my oldest whip. So my oldest whip is Sampler A Bouquet 1, 2, and 3. I have finished, I started with 3 and I've been working to the left, and I'm on number 2. I haven't decided if my intention was to do number 1 as well, but sometimes I think about leaving number 1 off. Okay, so this is the one I'm on right now, is number 2. So cute, love the colors. Here's the whole thing. So I've done this portion here, I've done number 3. I'm working on number 2. I could leave number 1 off and maybe be happy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. This has been a long outstanding whip. I kind of want it done. We'll see. It's all DMC. Really pretty colors. This reminds me of the Biscornu colors. So I do love this combination of colors. Those pinks and roses and greens and blue. I love that color combination together. So this is being stitched on 36 count Winter Moon, just Zweigart Winter Moon. I have a nice long piece here. So I can do the whole thing or I can change it up. So here's where I am. Oh, it's hard to see too. Back to the board, people. Let's talk amongst yourselves. Okay. There's where I am. So number 3 finished about right here. So this is the beginnings of number 2. It goes pretty fast. It's kind of a Quaker style, so it doesn't it's not super intricate. So I'm definitely pulling this out this month or February, and we're gonna work on it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long I work on it. Ideally, I'd like to finish it this month. Let's just set that as a goal. Let's just set that as a goal. Celeste should finish it this month. Right? So stay tuned. We'll see how that goes, because I just went nutso over Louisa Barney, so who knows what I'll do. But I do like it. I do want it done. And then I gotta decide whether I want to do all 3 parts. Okay. The other thing I want to work on cross stitch wise is I think Renee is starting something for her birthday. And so I want to start just a little something on her birthday with her. And I decided that I'm going to start this pin cushion called the Summer House Pin Cushion from Blackbird Designs. Her birthday's near Valentine's Day. All these pretty pinks here, and I've always liked this, and I love the shape of it and how it's finished. I think I'm going to do this along, and it comes out of the book Honeysuckle Manor, out of which I took these 2 that I've already stitched, both these samplers. That's Honeysuckle Manor. So I'm going to do that little, and I may put this on the same Honey Beach sand. I think these 2 colors that I think it calls for these, or I actually may have chosen these myself. I think it would look really pretty on that Honey Beach sand. So it's already out. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. The only thing I think I bought, other than a new little side table for my stitching area, only thing I really bought was a quilt pattern. And my son has decided, so number 4 is graduating in May and heading off to Benedictine College. It would be like amazing if I could actually finish his graduation quilt before he goes to college. I'll show pictures at the end. I don't have it with me. I did finish number 3's graduation quilt a year and a half after his graduation, and he took it back to school with him. So if I could get Michael's actually done before he goes to school, that would just be like unheard of. So anyway, we have a quilt here at home, and I can show you a little picture of it. It looks actually a lot like what's on the front of this pattern. And it's probably the favorite quilt in the house, probably the first one I ever completely finished. And it's a rag quilt, and he adores that quilt, and so he wants one of his own. So of course, many years ago, I got rid of this chart because I was never going to make another one. Well, guess what? I don't really need the pattern to be able to make it. I could figure it out, but I thought I found it on eBay. I thought $4. I'm going to go ahead and rebuy the chart that I got rid of so that I have the correct instructions and cutting instructions and all that. So $4, I'm good. So it's this called Ragtime Quilt. This is the one I make. So mine looks really similar to this one with these dark fabrics. So he's going to choose his own fabrics. I think I found a good source for the wovens that I need. What's cool is I never realized that this chart came from a store called Quilt Country that was in Louisville, Texas, which I've been to. I don't know if they're still there or not, but anyway. So I rebought the chart, the pattern, and I'm gonna make another one, make it bigger than what we have. So that's fun. I'll let you know what the progress looks like. Okay, I actually think that's it. I have 2 giveaways from last time to announce. Thanks for participating. I don't have a giveaway this time. I really feel like I'll be doing good if I get these mailed out next week. And there's just, I have another out of town, and February is a super busy month. 2 birthdays, competitions. It's just, I don't know, it just gets busy. February is a busy one. So I'm not going to do a giveaway this time just because I'm afraid that, anyway, never mind. But how about I'll announce the winners for last time's giveaway. This was one of the charts. It's, because I finished this. Plum Street's This Joyous Season. This is a finish for me. I have a frame in the works. I can get it in a frame. So the word for this was joy. And the winner for this chart is... So email me at the email address down below. Don't comment, just email me please, and tell me which one you won, and I will get this in the mail to you. The second giveaway I had, because I finished this chart as well, is Mr. Marshmallow. Or as my sweet friend Sean would say, marshmallow, which is so much more fun. So the word for this I think was just marshmallow. Marshmallow. That's how I say it down here. It's a marshmallow. The marshmallow? Give me a marshmallow. Anyway. So the word was marshmallow. I think I've said that word enough now. Okay, we'll stop. So the winner for this is... So congratulations again. Send me an email. Let me know that this is the one that you won, and I will get that in the mail to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm reading right now. I meant to bring the book upstairs and I forgot, so I'll put a picture right here. It's called All the Light We Cannot See. I don't remember when it was published, but I feel like it's been out a while, and it's like I've meant to read it. I feel like everybody's read it and I haven't. And my sister wanted to read it, and so we're reading it together. So far it's really, really good. It's a wonderful time period, one of my favorite time periods around World War II. So I'm enjoying it very much so far, and so I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll take that book with me this weekend and do some reading if I have time. And yeah, I guess that's it. Just staying busy, doing lots of stitching, enjoying the kids, doing all the activities. Anyway, I'm praying for you. I hope you have a wonderful, hopefully just a couple weeks before I get back to you. Hopefully the next one will be a whip parade. Like I said, maybe next week, if not the week after. So get some good stitching in, have fun, work on what is calling to you and what you love. And if you're a planner, then keep going with your plan and just enjoy it. We are so blessed to be able to have all these resources and these beautiful charts and fabrics and flosses and all the things. And I don't think I'm thankful enough for this opportunity to create these beautiful things, and I should be more thankful. And so what a gift that we get to spend our time making little X's to create beautiful things. And so for that, I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for you. I love connecting with you, so always feel free to drop me an email or drop a comment or find me on Instagram. I do have a private Instagram account just to keep the odd male military men and doctors that want to follow me from following me. But if you look like a stitcher and you look cool, whatever, don't look sketchy, then I'll accept you as a follower. I just try to weed out the weirdos. So anyway, have a wonderful couple of weeks. I will see you soon. God bless you. Take care. Bye.